Sources: property destruction. In the sphere of armed conflict, an even more detrimental result of conflict is the violation of human integrity and dignity. For example, injuries, rape, death, massacre, and genocide. This ambivalent reality of conflict, a powerful engine of change, but also an agent of destruction, creates concerns that all human societies address. How to manage conflicts. How to prevent them, mitigate them, resolve them, and even transform them. And who should intervene? This brings us to our next point. Authority. Conflict resolution systems are often founded on authority. In private life, parents have the authority over their children and over the rules to address familial conflict. In organizations, the upper level has formal authority, drawing on the official title or position in the hierarchy to settle conflicts at the lower levels. In society overall, the law, in distinguishing between what is legal or not, makes each person part of a system of conflict prevention and regulation. If, despite everything, two parties are in conflict about the interpretation of a legal norm, the judge is there to decide with all the authority conferred upon them by the law. In each case, authorities are entrusted with the role of ending the conflict. But authority shows its limits in contemporary society, owing to a combination of factors, including the rise of individualism, the erosion of moral or religious norms, the decline, renewal, or rejection of traditional authority figures, the father, instructor, professor, priest, police officer, etc., the growing influence of liberalism and its deregulation, the democratization of societies and decision-making systems, an increased transparency and questioning of hierarchy in organizations, that is, flat organization, the decline of Fordist business as a bureaucratic organization, the contestation of legitimacies, scholarly, scientific, technical, legal, administrative, and biases, patriarchy, gender, race, ethnicity, sexual orientation, and in return, the rise of participative mechanisms of consultation, dialogue, and negotiation. The first move, A Negotiator's Companion, summarized the tendency of this vast sociological movement: impose less and propose more. In conflict management, whatever the context, the involved parties hardly accept a solution imposed on them by an outside authority. There is everywhere a growing desire to stay in control of one's life, plans, and trajectory, including one's conflict and its settlement. The rise of negotiation as a mode of joint decision-making aligns with this shift away from unilateral, top-down diktat. But what happens when negotiation fails and the parties are unable to define an agreement that satisfies both of them? One possibility is to fall back on an authority, a boss or a judge. Another is to invite a third party, neutral, impartial, and benevolent, to reignite negotiations, facilitate the exchanges, and empower the parties to explore the conflict, bring their essential needs to the surface, imagine possible solutions, evaluate them, and finally choose those to which they freely and mutually commit. This is, in a few words, what mediation stands for. It offers a pursuit of negotiation by other moves. It reinforces a trend where the law is first the law of the people. A mediator is not an authority per se. They do not have the power to make decisions. They do not coerce, choose favorites,